Hello and welcome to our weekly podcast show. This, of course, is the inaugural episode. Over here, we're going to be discussing about the latest happenings in Bollywood. So, किसने किसको थप्पड़ मारा, किसने किस paparazzi का कैमरा तोड़ा है, who is having an affair with whom. No, we are not going to be talking about that. For such non-intellectual stuff, you can go to Big Boss, you can go to Splitsvilla. Not that this is going to be the next Bonvita quiz contest, but we'll be discussing weekly incidents which have taken place in Bollywood and not just keeping them at face value. So to a certain extent, we will be dissecting them. With me, of course, is Riya, and we've got a menu full of 7 to 8 items which we're going to be discussing today. The first one, of course, is Hema Malini and what she said about Vinesh Fogart, which according to me is the quote of the month, the year, I don't know what. You decide for yourself.
थोड़ा अजीब सा भी लगता है कि 100 ग्राम की वजह से वो डिस्क्वालीफाई हो गए, तो कितना कितना महत्व है अपना वेट को, वजन को ठीक से रखना। तो हम लोग तो इससे ज़रा अच्छा सीख मिलना चाहिए हम सब कलाकारों को और महिलाओं को सबको कि 100 ग्राम also matters a lot.
100 gram also matters a lot. I think this was the mic drop moment, and I wouldn't have believed it if they wouldn't have shown it on TV. Riya, over to you. What are your thoughts about something like this?
Yes, Kabir, definitely it is the quote of the week for sure. I don't know about month or year, but definitely it is the quote of the week, and social media was flooded with reactions on this comment, and it was, I believe it was tone deaf. It was very insensitive, and it kind of, it took away from the effort that went behind, efforts that go behind athletes going to Olympics and all.
Right.
So I think in that sense it was definitely very insensitive. And जहाँ तक weight की बात है, ठीक है, we all are weight conscious, and at some point we also health issues है या कुछ है, we understand weight loss is important, but then connecting it to Olympics and then athletes के लिए ऐसे बोलना, I think it was wrong on her part. And yeah, I mean, I've read so many comments when people were like, when she said the quote towards the end, she also smiled thoda sa. So that caught everyone's attention, and people were like, "ठीक है, it is your opinion, but then at least don't smile at the end of it."
Yeah, that would have probably gone against her favor
Exactly.
also. Yeah, unless it was just an audio sort of a comment.
Yeah.
Sort of from time to time through video, because we are in the video age, this sort of exposes the people who are on those high towers and have absolutely no idea of what is happening at the ground level. I'm not even getting into what Vinesh Fogart has gone through in the last 1 or 2 years. That is a topic for a separate discussion. Right. So this really was an exposure of a very different kind. Now from one lady of Sholay, I am going to move on to the second lady of Sholay, Jaya Bachchan. For the ones who've seen the video, you would know what I'm talking about. For the ones who've not, the editor is going to be playing it for you simultaneously. She has demanded, along of course with Sonia Gandhi and other senior members of the parliament, an apology from Jagdeep Dhankar. Now, here's what happened. Veteran actress and Samajwadi Party MP Jaya Bachchan had a spat with Rajya Sabha chairman Jagdeep Dhankar regarding his tone. Now, what basically happened was he introduced her as Srimati Jaya Amitabh Bachchan.
Jaya Amitabh Bachchan is the last speaker on this point. Please, ma'am.
सर, मैं जया अमिताभ बच्चन ये बोलना चाहती हूँ, मैं कलाकार हूँ, बॉडी लैंग्वेज समझती हूँ, एक्सप्रेशन समझती हूँ, और सर मुझे माफ़ करिएगा मगर आपका टोन जो है is not acceptable. We are colleagues, sir. You may be sitting on the chair.
Jaya ji.
And I remember when I went to school.
Jaya ji, take your seat. Jaya ji, take your seat. Take your seat.
Now, maybe that is what is written on the certificate, etc. But that did not obviously go down well with her, because there were a few guffaws in the audience, there were a few people smirking. I particularly liked the way in which she responded to him, and this is what she said. मैं जया अमिताभ बच्चन ये बोलना चाहती हूँ, and then she paused, she gave a smile. I am an artist, I understand body language and expressions, and sir, I am sorry, but your tone is not acceptable. we are colleagues, sir. You may be sitting on the chair, but we are colleagues. It's just the way Jaya Bachchan carries herself,
Yeah.
and in this particular instance, carried herself. That is what I really like. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I would like to mention that this incident reminded me of the time when Priyanka Chopra had said ki I don't want to be recognized by my husband or my husband's surname. You know, so this is also a topic, a discussion going on social media कि कितना आप अपने in-laws का या husband का आप नाम मतलब use कर रहे हैं, and I mean they are big celebs, they are youth celebs. So something coming from them, you know, makes influences a lot of people. So that is one thing, and secondly, I think we all are used to this kind of reaction coming from Jaya Bachchan. Growing up, I have seen videos, and I have always seen her like that.
Yeah.
So that was very natural on her part. On the other side, how the speaker reacted was surprising to me, because I've never seen Rajya Sabha mein, Parliament mein something happening like that. It was a heated argument between them. So that reaction was, and he was very, yeah, you may be a celebrity, you are this. So, you know, that was something new to me also.
Yeah, I mean, of course, we have to keep in mind that there may be a particular history which we may not be aware of, some other video, some other incident, some other speech which has happened in Parliament, which we may not be aware of, which maybe Jagdeep sir may have been referring to, right? That is something which, again, we'll probably come to know later, or we won't. But yeah, like you said, we've all seen videos of Miss Bachchan sort of, you know, scolding the paparazzi or saying, "Tum aisa kyun kar rahe ho?" And I actually like that, because I like the fact that she's very frank about it. You know, but what else? What else do we have on the plate? Moving on.
Oh my God, so many things. अभी पैप्स की बातें की है तो फिर पैप्स के साथ जो इंटरेक्शन हुए थे सेलेब्स के, we'll come to that now. So two major things. One is Taapsee Pannu and second is Saif Ali Khan. First, I'll talk about Taapsee Pannu. She is busy with the promotion of two films now, Khel Khel Mein and Fir Aayi Haseen Dilruba. So during the screening of Fir Aayi Haseen Dilruba, she was spotted outside Juhu PVR. So Paps were all surrounded, Paps surrounded her when she came out of the theatre. And then she was like, please आप चढ़िए मत मुझ पे, मुझे डर लग रहा है, I'm scared. So yeah, that happened. And then again, netizens were reminded of her old videos. And because this is obviously not the first time that Taapsee has reacted this way to while interacting with Paps. So that was there, and she got very ki please don't chadhiye mat aap mujh pe. And a few hours before that, we saw another video where she was all smile when she stepped out of a car. She posed very nicely in front of Paps. So that was one thing ki netizens were also like, oh my god, abhi kuch ghante pehle she was all smiling and all, and now suddenly what happened? And some people also said कि क्या हुआ, अपनी खुद की पिक्चर अच्छी नहीं लगी क्या?
Yeah, that is, I think, the nature of social media. There are people out there who are just going to sort of troll you, because I think what happened was later on she said that, and then that paparazzi apologized also.
Yes.
Which is something which is going to happen. You know, if she's getting out of the car, that time she posed, then they are sort of getting too close to her, and these things sort of keep happening, not only with Taapsee. So and these sort of incidents, we're going to keep hearing about it every week. So I think, yeah, that space thing is important, plus the media scrutiny is also increasing. So you do end up reacting to things like this, like what happened with Saif.
Right.
I think he was at the airport, or where, I don't know, he was.
Mumbai Airport.
Mumbai Airport, yeah. Favorite spot for all the cameramen, of course, all the media people, including us, we are guilty. And I think he was, they were taking his photo, and then somebody said, "Arey, यहाँ पे वो क्या light ठीक नहीं आ रही है." And he was like, "तो मैं क्या करूँ यार?" And fair enough, he's come after a flight, he's probably tired, he wants to get home, you know, spend time with Taimur or Kareena or whatever. And yeah, so I was like, fair enough, होता है ये सब चीज़.
Yeah, Saif is known for his love-hate relationship with Paps.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, something which is happening on an everyday basis, तो ये सब तो होएगा ही.
Yes.
But coming to the main moment about John Abraham losing his cool at the Veda trailer, what do you feel about that? For John, not against, like, not for John, what?
Again, I would like to mention that, like I said for Jaya Bachchan also, John is known for his controversies, yaar. कंट्रोवर्सी जॉन जहाँ है वहाँ कंट्रोवर्सी ना हो, वैसे कैसे हो सकता है?
Okay.
What do you think about this? I mean,
अभी तो नहीं देखी, लेकिन
ठीक है, can I call out bad questions and idiots?
I feel that the question which was asked to John, okay, was particularly आप same kind of films make कर रहे हो, which is obviously something which a lot of action stars have been subjected to again and again and again. John being one of them, Vidyut Jamal being the other, a lot of others also. And this particular film, okay, Veda, if anybody has seen the trailer, it's a really solid, intense sort of a film with a good story. So that question was a bit off according to me.
yeah.
Okay. And John, of course, said that he called the journalist an idiot because he got irritated. Later on, jokingly also mentioned that आप पहले picture देखो, and if you feel it's different, later on you'll be convinced it's different. But if it goes like what? If I'm right and you're wrong, then I'm going to tear you apart. And John Abraham he can do that because his biceps are bigger than I think all of our thighs. But yeah.
That's John for all of us.
That's John for all of us. So yeah, I think that's basically what happened.
And he's hot.
And he's hot. Okay. So definitely Riya finds him very hot.
Yeah.
The last two topics which we have for today, because we've got to wrap up in the next literally 4 minutes because we want to try to keep this under 15 minutes. What do we have?
We have Arshad Varsi.
Ah.
He gave a very nice interview last week.
Huh.
And he spoke about a lot of things. But what caught my attention was him speaking about social media and the influence of social media on his children. During the interview, he mentioned that his kids spend a lot of time browsing and on Instagram and all. He also said that they don't go out of their home for 2 to 3 days, which is, I mean, surprising for me. इतना ज़्यादा सोशल मीडिया का यूज़ आई मीन आज के टाइम में ओके सोशल मीडिया इज़ अ पार्ट ऑफ आवर लाइव्स नाउ बट द काइंड ऑफ इन्फ्लुएंस सोशल मीडिया इज हैविंग ऑन अस it has raised a lot of questions now. And it has become a talking point also, especially after Arshad's interview. Parents of teenagers also, they related to what Arshad said. Yeah. And he also mentioned that his son once started watching a show or a video, I suppose, on unhealthy eating habits. And then he started eating unhealthy food.
The internet is turning out to be a sort of a pretty dangerous place. Dangerous place if not sort of supervised. Like I liked one thing which he said. He spoke about the internet, he spoke about there's a lot of rubbish on social media, which I totally agree with. There's a lot of rubbish which goes viral which does not deserve to go viral. Okay, I'm not going to mention which videos because then you guys, the audience, are going to cancel me also. So we'll talk about that some other time. But before going over to the last topic, I liked one very interesting thing he said about the relationship status of today's youngsters. He said that I think his son or somebody told him, we are not that their status like of a particular relationship, we are not going out right now, we are not committed, but we are still going out, but everything is happening. Great stuff, congratulations to you. We were committed 2 days ago, but not anymore. I mean, situationship, ghosting, breadcrumbs. I think every week there is some new relationship term which is coming out. Not that I should be talking about it because at 37 I'm unmarried, but very interesting viewpoints, I must say. What do we have last on the menu today? Tell me that.
Wedding, celebrity wedding. Of course, we saw not wedding but engagement.
Yeah.
अभी हो जाएगी शादी जल्दी ही, ऐसा है reports. But yeah, Naga, Chaitanya and Sobhita got engaged. And their photos, oh my god, what beautiful photos. So when Chaitanya and Sobhita's engagement photos came out, they were shared by Sobhita's sister, whose name is also Samantha, by the way. Okay, did you guys know about this? When the photos came out, she had mentioned that they started dating in 2022. And Samantha and Chaitanya announced their divorce in 2021. And there was a gap of only a couple of months. And people assumed that Sobhita and Che, they were dating even before announcing the divorce.
Then they started blaming Sobhita for it.
And it was very unnecessary.
I mean, similar thing.
Receiving all the hate in the world for no reason,
I
for
think
no fault of hers.
This is a sort of a chapter which keeps on repeating itself. We saw a similar thing happening, related thing happening to Kusha Kapila, etc. For me, at least, what I noticed through this wedding was that the thing got announced and nobody came to know. Like till it happened, nobody came to know. So I really like that. Rather than a celebrity wedding is happening, the news is everywhere. 1 week, 2 weeks, a month in advance what is happening, who's wearing what, and especially when you're not invited, you feel even more bad, right? So that is at least something which I liked about the wedding. But I guess we'll have to wrap it up now. What do we have in store for next week? What do you want to tell the audience?
Yeah, so that was all for this week, and please do let us know about your views in the comment section, and also please tell us which topics you guys want us to discuss next week.